Alright, let's get real for a minute. We're talking about something that's at the very heart of your relationship, a place that, frankly, a lot of folks take for granted or, worse, misunderstand completely. I'm talking about the marriage bed. Now some of you might be thinking, Dr. Phil, it's just a piece of furniture. Well, if that's your attitude, then we've got some serious work to do because you're missing out on a powerhouse of connection, intimacy, and, yes, even personal growth. Welcome to our exploration of the marriage bed, a sacred and healthy sexual altar of love. Let's dive into its significance and multifaceted roles in our lives. You see, this isn't just about where you lay your head at night. It's so much more than that. It's a symbol, a sanctuary, and if you treat it right, it can be the engine room of a thriving, vibrant marriage. We're going to peel back the layers and look at what this space truly represents, or what it represents if you're serious about building a love that lasts. It's about creating an environment where honesty, vulnerability, and deep affection aren't just hoped for, they're actively cultivated. So I want you to open your minds, and more importantly, open your hearts to this discussion. We're going to talk about respect, about health, about spiritual connection, and yes, about the kind of intimacy that goes way beyond the physical. This is about understanding the profound impact this one space can have on the entire landscape of your relationship. Are you ready to stop sleepwalking through this vital aspect of your marriage and start making it work you? Good, because it's time to wake up to the power of the marriage bed. Now let's talk straight about this undefiled, healthy sexual palace. That might sound a little highfalutin to some of y'all, but what it really means is treating your marriage bed and the intimacy that happens there with the utmost respect and care. This isn't just some casual encounter zone. This is where the deepest physical expression of your love and commitment takes place. Are you treating it like a sacred space, or has it become cluttered with disrespect, neglect, or, heaven forbid, things that have no business being there? It's about purity, not in some old-fashioned, shaming way, but in terms of emotional honesty and genuine connection. Think about it. If this space is meant for celebrating your unique bond, then it needs to be a place where both partners feel safe, cherished, and truly seen. This means no bringing in outside baggage, no unresolved anger festering under the covers, and certainly no using intimacy as a weapon or a bargaining chip. That's not healthy, and it sure ain't undefiled. It's about creating an atmosphere where vulnerability is welcomed, where desires can be expressed without fear of judgment, and where the focus is on mutual pleasure and connection, not just a physical act. Are you fostering that kind of environment? This idea of a healthy sexual palace also means paying attention to the actual health aspect. And I'm not just talking about physical health, though that's part of it. I'm talking about emotional health, relational health. When intimacy in the marriage bed is approached with respect, open communication, and a genuine desire to connect, it strengthens the bond between you. It becomes a source of joy, comfort, and rejuvenation. But if it's fraught with tension, misunderstanding, or a lack of care, it can become a source of pain and division. You have the power to choose which one it will be. So, I want you to ask yourselves, is our marriage bed a place where intimacy is truly celebrated and respected? Is it a healthy space, both physically and emotionally? If not, what are you prepared to do about it starting today? Because making this space a true palace isn't about fancy sheets or expensive headboards. It's about the intention, the respect, and the love you bring into it. It's about recognizing that this is where you build a unique and powerful part of your shared life, and that deserves to be protected and cherished. Get real about what you're cultivating in that space. Alright, so we've established the marriage bed as a place for healthy intimacy. But let me tell you, its role goes far beyond that. This space, your marriage bed, should also be a solemn haven. Now, solemn doesn't mean somber or sad. It means serious. It means respected. It means a place set apart for important things. And what's more important than connecting with your partner on a deeper level, finding peace, and working through the inevitable bumps in the road that every relationship faces? Are you using this space to its full potential? Think of it as your personal sanctuary, a quiet corner in a noisy world where you and your partner can truly connect. This is where you can have those heart-to-heart conversations without the distractions of the television, the kids, or the endless to-do lists. It's a place for meditation, not necessarily in the formal sense, but for quiet reflection together, for sharing your dreams, your fears, your hopes for the future. It's where you can build spiritual intimacy, understanding each other's deepest beliefs and values, and supporting each other's spiritual journey, whatever that may look like for you. And let's talk about conflict resolution. Now I know some folks say, never go to bed angry. And while there's wisdom in that, sometimes you need to hash things out, and the marriage bed can be a surprisingly effective place to do it, provided you set the right ground rules. Because you're in your most vulnerable space, it can encourage a softer, more empathetic approach. It's harder to stay defensive when you're side by side in the place you share your deepest intimacy. It can be a neutral ground, a place to listen, to truly hear each other and to find common ground. But this requires maturity and a commitment to resolving, not just winning. So, is your marriage bed just a place to crash after a long day? Or is it serving these higher purposes? Is it a haven where you can recharge not just your bodies, but your spirits and your connection? If it's become a battleground or just a place of silent, disconnected coexistence, then you're missing a powerful opportunity. It's time to reclaim it as a sanctuary for your relationship, a place where you can meditate on your love, deepen your spiritual bond, and resolve conflicts in a way that brings you closer, not further apart. You have to be intentional about creating that. Now, let's not forget one of the most fundamental, yet often overlooked aspects of the marriage bed. It needs to be the most comfortable, refreshing, and rejuvenating sleeping zone in your entire house. I mean, come on, this is basic stuff, but how many of you are really prioritizing this? You spend a third of your life in that bed, folks. If it's not a place where you can truly rest and recharge, then you're setting yourself up for a whole host of problems, irritability, fatigue, lack of focus, that will inevitably spill over into your relationship. Think about it. Is your mattress older than your last car? Are your pillows flatter than a pancake? Is the room cluttered, too hot, too cold, or too noisy? These aren't just minor annoyances, they are direct assaults on your ability to get quality sleep. And quality sleep is non-negotiable for good health and a good mood. And when you're not well rested, how patient are you with your partner? How much energy do you have for connection, for intimacy, for just being pleasant? Not much, I'd wager. Creating a comfortable and refreshing sleep environment isn't about extravagance. It's about common sense and care. It means investing in a good mattress that supports both of you, choosing linens that feel good against your skin, and ensuring the temperature and light levels are conducive to deep, restorative sleep. It means decluttering the bedroom, making it a peaceful oasis rather than a storage unit for all the stuff you don't know where else to put. This is an act of self-care, and it's an act of care for your relationship. Because when you both wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, you're starting the day on a much better footing. You're more resilient, more positive, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way together. So take a good, hard look at your sleeping situation. Is it truly a comfortable, refreshing zone, or is it an afterthought? Make the changes you need to make. Prioritize your sleep, prioritize your comfort, because it's foundational to everything else we're talking about. Don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep in your shared sanctuary. Alright, let's shift gears a bit and think about your marriage bed in a way you might not have before, as your personal love research center right there in your matrimonial home. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, it's the place where you actively learn about each other, where you experiment with connection, and where you continuously work on growing your love. A great marriage doesn't just happen, folks. It's built, and the marriage bed can be one of your primary construction sites. Are you conducting the right kind of research? Think about it. This is where you have the opportunity for unparalleled closeness and vulnerability. It's where you can learn your partner's love language in its most intimate form. What makes them feel cherished? What truly connects with them on a deep emotional level? This isn't about guesswork, it's about observation, communication, and a willingness to learn and adapt. It's about paying attention to the subtle cues, the unspoken needs, and the things that bring a genuine smile to their face or a light to their eyes. This is ongoing research, and the subject is the person you love most. This love lab is also where you can try new things, not just sexually, though that's part of it, but in how you communicate, how you show affection, how you comfort each other. Maybe you try a new way of talking about your day, or a different way of cuddling, or a new ritual before sleep. Some experiments will be successful, others might need tweaking. That's the nature of research. The key is to be open, to be curious, and to approach it with a spirit of joint discovery. It's about saying, how can we make us even better, even stronger, even more connected? So are you actively using your marriage bed as a center for relationship growth and development? Are you learning, adapting, and striving to understand your partner more deeply each day? Or have you fallen into a routine where the learning has stopped and the connection has become stagnant? It's time to put on your lab coat, so to speak, and get curious about your love life. Make your marriage bed a place of continuous discovery, where you're always striving to understand and cherish each other more profoundly. That's how you keep the spark alive and the connection strong for the long haul. So, we've been through a lot today, looking at the marriage bed from all sorts of angles, as a place of pure intimacy, a haven for connection and peace, a zone for ultimate comfort, and even a research lab for your love. It's clear, or at least it ought to be by now, that this isn't just a piece of furniture, it's a powerful symbol and a practical tool for building and maintaining a strong, healthy, and loving marriage. The question now is, what are you going to do with this understanding? Are you going to go back to treating your marriage bed as an afterthought, or are you going to intentionally cultivate it as the sacred and vital space it deserves to be? The choice, as always, is yours, but I'm telling you, if you put in the effort, if you treat this space with the respect and intention we've talked about, the rewards for your relationship will be immeasurable. It's about creating a sanctuary that reflects the love you share and nurtures its continued growth. Thank you for joining us in understanding the profound importance of the marriage bed. May it always be a place of love, health, and growth. Remember, building a great marriage is about the everyday choices, the small acts of love and respect, and the commitment to keep learning and growing together. Your marriage bed can be a cornerstone of that effort, so make it a priority, make it special, make it a true reflection of the beautiful bond you're building. Get real about its importance and watch how it transforms not just your nights, but your entire relationship. That's the power you have. Use it wisely.